call halal Yahweh Shemi Shabash Pakadash W. Honor should the apostles and the bishops, a great millstone, even the elders that came before them taught us its truth. Shalom and salutations to all the brothers that push in the word of the truth and in sincerity the hopeful like tabernacle of David. The elder Yahshua, I'm back with a quick lesson. Going into the Wells case out there in Mississippi. Matthew 10:26 in the NIV. So do not be afraid of them, these demons, these devils. So do not be afraid of them. For there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed, or hidden that will not be made known. So here we are. Racism and the hiding of it and the skullduggery and hanging niggas going back through coon ages, right? And some coons need the same treatment, right? Is being made known. The skullduggery in Mississippi is about to be brought out into the open. Right? Let's read this again. In the Berean, Matthew 10:26. Therefore, do not fear them, these devils, for nothing is concealed that will not be revealed, and hidden that will not be known. So all the way up to the top of that chain of command, they've been, from the coroner to the medical advisor, whatever they call it. All of them are complicit in this cover-up. And that cover-up is about to be compromised from the floor up, tore up to the floor up. Okay? So that's the time we're in. Let's watch this Willie D real quick. So lock in this one. Okay? And this is 3 hours ago. Emergency dispatcher, because what they have to do, right? They got to pull that witchcraft and that magic. What you heard on that recording is only your imagination. Here goes Esau. If Esau can pull this one off, they have to. They have to get you to believe that you didn't hear what you heard. What's going on? The Most High is revealing that ass. NLT, Matthew 10:26. But do not be afraid of those who threaten you. Who's threatening? They're threatening Willie. They're threatening Sharpton. They're threatening the mother. And you see the father, right? First of all, that's not his real father, right? That's his stepfather. So the stepfather's, damn, this motherfucker can get me killed? This nigga already dead. Now they gonna kill me for standing up like a man. He ain't standing up like a man. None of them are in Mississippi. Okay, because that's the way it goes down there. But don't be afraid of those who threaten you. They threaten you. Them brothers over there are cowering. It's sad to see, but it's just the truth. They'll want to fight me for saying what is real. But that's, that's the way they got it on lock down there, and that's why these devils are standing up as though they can't be touched, and they're about to come with extreme, right now they're coming with extreme witchcraft, right from the top. From the top, they're getting their best witches together right now to try to flip this situation into something that doesn't reveal what's been going on for years. Okay? No, it's been going on. But do not be afraid of those who threaten you, for the time is coming when everything that is covered will be revealed, and all that is secret, especially what's going on in the law, the whatever systems are going on in Mississippi, that shit they've been, it's about to be made known. All that is secret will be made known to all. This is what we're looking at, right? Okay, so go ahead, Willie. We're watching it happen slowly, because they already thought that they got away with it. Now, very slowly, they're going to have to turn this into a big old race war and get something out of it, because that's where it's going. Fair use.
They're in the middle. If they were, we would have never gotten that call. You got to think about that. We would have never gotten to hear the recording. That recording, man, that recording.
That recording was the Most High, right? Forcing somebody's hand. Whoever, but the Cito company, they heard what was on that call. They're like this, oh shit, if we don't get ahead of this, right, everybody's getting ahead of it. Bart's attorneys go like this. You got an old picture of you and a girlfriend? They put it out and said, well, this is Katie. This is it. No, it wasn't Katie. So this is the kind of, getting ahead of. Can we cover it up? Right? Satan, that's how Satan works in Mississippi. We're seeing it at its maximum, at its fullness. What's been going on in Mississippi right now, we're looking at it, but right now we're looking at it in its fullness with digital computers and 100 years ago when they were doing this, right? They didn't have the technology that they have. So it's streamlined. Everything is, okay, we don't have to give you the organs. We don't have to get the whole thing. All the way to the very top is about to be exposed. And what the devil is going to do with it, he already knows what's happening. He knows that the Most High is exposing. So what is the devil going to do with it? He's going to try to cash in. He's never let what the Most High is doing to me go to waste. Okay, so what's he going to do? He's going to flip it. He's going to cause a race war with this. You better get ready. How? Keep it in the keep dividing the people with the medium, the media. Keep it going and keep paying people these lawsuits. Kimberly and who's getting paid, right? Keep this thing going. Fuel the fire, and let them go. Try to get a Rodney King. Try to get a Floyd Rose. What's this nigga's? Who's Floyd Rose? Right? You know I'm a musician if I said Floyd Rose. Anyway, look that up. If you know what a tremolo is. Right? Life's the same. You're shaking like tremolo. Life's the same. It's all inside of you. Anyway. Let's listen to a little more.
And then when Janetta Brantley went in and cleaned it up,
Most High.
and we heard even more. That's what it is, man. I don't care what y'all say. You can bring in all the experts you want now. We already heard from the expert. We heard from the premier expert, Janetta Brantley, better than all your experts. Yeah. And I'm only saying it because she beat everybody else to the punch. Well, that ain't the only reason I'm saying it. She also got that black woman magic. So
they're all doing magic, right? There's magic involved. Let's get that. Stand now. Well, we'll get that when we let Sharp Tongue.
About that. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah. No, y'all hate it. Y'all want to discredit her because she's a black woman and she outfoxed foxes. Yeah. So now we have other dispatchers stepping up and authenticating the call. They're saying, yeah, they haven't taken the call and broke it apart or anything like that, broke it down, but they listened to the call just like the rest of us. And they're saying, yeah, that's pretty much how it goes. That's the way it goes, because there was some question about how they were talking before the dispatcher actually got on the phone, and how all of that they were saying was recorded. Thank God it was recorded. So here are a few dispatchers explaining how things go. A couple of dispatchers, actually. So this is one person says, get the boat call Warren made. He was dead on the boat. And then Terry B says this. She says, people keep saying the call was rigged based on when it was recorded and when she spoke. Former dispatcher here. It starts before they speak the minute it comes in as 911. After I saw this and heard, sounds like it needs to be analyzed further. And then the other person says, Kim says, I think you are on to something. I think he was dead on the boat. And they circled around and dumped his body on that beach. So, they are saying that they believe he was dead on the boat. I wonder what caused them to believe that. Perhaps the phone call? Yeah. Here's another dispatcher. I've worked in call centers for 15 years and I've heard many of my own calls. There have been several companies who start the recording prior to you saying anything. That CTO call was absolutely real.
I ain't got no problem with that.
I ain't got no problem with that, but some of y'all do, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. How y'all gonna get around that call? How you gonna get around? How you gonna get around justice for Noland West? Yeah, you know when it's this much pressure, there's this many people, usually it takes an act of Congress to stop it. Because they can stop it. You know, they have shown over time the propensity to circumvent justice. So if they want to, you know, they can stop it. But also, if they wanted to give justice, they could. All they got to do is start interviewing everybody. Shake it down, man. Shake everybody down.
All right, we'll stop that one there. We'll go here. Let's get witchcraft right now. What are they trying to do? Scare. They're threatening. Let's get stand now. With what? That witchcraft. Here it comes. We're going to send out subpoenas. And Isaiah 47:12 in the NIV. Keep on them with their magic spells and with your many sorceries, which you have labored at since childhood. Perhaps you will succeed. Perhaps you will cause terror. Maybe they, what? Your spells, magic spells, maybe they can make someone afraid of you. Did they scare Sharp Tongue? Let's see.
Ours is unconditional. Then another one talking about they're gonna sue us. Well, let me tell you something about lawsuits.
Well, let me tell you something. 100 years ago, nigga, you would have ran and shut the fuck up and got in your place, nigga, boy. You better mind your place, nigga. And the nigga would have shut the fuck up, couldn't afford a lawyer, and would have lost everything because you couldn't be represented in court and trump up some charges and you're done. But now, things are different. You ain't scaring nobody.
If you sue us, which would be something that I would welcome, because then we get our attorney and you as plaintiffs would have to come in and be deposed.
And everything's coming out. See, everything's coming out one way or another. Whereas in the past they would get this far and Congress or whatever, and they'd still be able to flip it. Not this time. No flipping it this time. We're at the end and things are being revealed.
Like to depose all of those involved, so they would have to tell us what they did, what they didn't do, under oath. Under oath. So bring it, you can drop it off right here, the paper's right here in there, so we can get the deposing, since none of these young boys are saying nothing. You file a lawsuit, they gonna have to say something. And they're gonna have to not only talk, I want to see their cell phone logs. I want to see all their social media. Let's open it up.
So can you see what the Most High is doing? Okay, everything that has been done for the cover-up in the last month, took a whole month, they're still covering shit up, right? Most High is going to flip it and make it all come out. Everybody's going to go down. And that's going to flip everything. Nothing is the way that it was. Whole chessboard is being flipped right
now. Let's let it go.
So nobody is afraid anymore, right? Maybe they can know the little lawsuit, your little magic charm, your magic spell. I'm gonna sue you. You're an anti-Semite. You better be quiet. All of those little things. The nigga would shut up. You're anti-Semitic. The motherfucker shut up and change and run off the set and not. They're gonna get me. Well, guess what? Look at Tucker, right? Which is a setup. They're using Tucker. They're gonna blame Tucker and Candace as the biggest anti-Semite, and then they're coming after us. They're letting Tucker and Candace go out and say anything they can to get hemmed up. They're gonna turn all of that right on us. Anyway, everything's coming out, all right? Continue to watch this Wells case thing because the Most High is doing something with that, all right? They think that they could somehow do a presto changeo, and the Most High is going to expose them at every turn. Why? So do not be what? Afraid. What are they doing? Trying to make you afraid. Perhaps you will cause terror. Maybe your witchcraft, what are they doing? They're doing witchcraft right now. You niggers better be afraid and shut up. Stop talking. I'm going to come and sue you. That's the witchcraft. You're trying to make someone afraid. And what's the instruction? So do not be afraid of them, for there is nothing concealed that will not be disclosed or hidden that will not be made. It's the time that we're in. We're in the time of what? Revelation. The revealing. Who is the devil? Right? Then shall that wicked be revealed. Everything that is covered will be revealed. What is covered? The fact that the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible speaks of. That's still covered up. But right now, then shall that wicked, right? Then shall that what? 2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then, and when? Right here at the end. It's lucky. And then, this is 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. I should read this whole thing. 2 and 6, where are we at? Start at 3. Second Thessalonians 2 and 3, let no man deceive you by any means, for that day shall not come, except there come a falling away first 70 AD. That man of sin be revealed. Here we are, the son of perdition, who opposeth and exalteth himself above all that is called power, or the Most High, or that is worshipped, so that he, as the Most High, sitteth in the temple of the Most High, showing himself that he is the Most High. Remember, ye not that when I was yet with you, I told you these things, and now ye know that withholdeth, and now ye know what withholdeth, that he might be revealed in his time. What time? In that short time, right? A short season, Salakia. A little season, okay? Which I believe is 500. If a season is 1,000 years, what is a little season? Well, that would be 500 years. 1492 to now. For the mystery of 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed. So the Most High done let, right? And now it's time for his ass to be taken out of the way, and then shall that wicked be revealed, Salakia, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and that's us out here on the highways and the byways, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, which is coming up very soon. All right? And that's all I'm not going to go beyond that. Okay? That wicked is what? Being revealed. That's the point. Right? Satan too. Satan is that old serpent, the devil, and Satan. Okay, he's all those things. Anyway, here we are. Okay, and as this devil, right, more and more is being revealed, what is he doing? He's walking around like a roaring lion, seeing who he could devour because he's been laid bare. So anyway, continue to monitor this. We know where it's going. It's all going to come out. Everything's coming out now. We're in that time. This is being used to shine a light on the wickedness that's been going on in Mississippi, going all the way back, and we're going to see all of it. All right? Skullduggery right to the top. And then the coroner, and then the medical examiner, and they all did their little part. They're all paid and secured, and they were never gonna get outed. But now the Most High laid the trap, and here we go. So with that, we'll continue to watch. We pray that the elect ratified your brother and your sister. Shalom.